right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode. I'm having an episode of the Insight Show here on MadhouseTV.com. So if you don't know it, tell your friends, call them up on the phone and say, listen, MadhouseTV.com, look, go into the Insight Show. Although now you just have to go on Madhouse and it's on because it's live. It is February 26th. I am your host, Reverend Dennis Gustaferri, or a.k.a. Reverend Dennis. And I have a good show for you tonight. I have a returning comedian by the name of Brian Gray. And I have, Oh, yeah, he came from Philadelphia. But I'll get into that because I have a segue to go into that. And we also have a wonderful singer who sings a lot of different styles of music, but one he's going to feature tonight, which he's featured many times for us. He's been back here many times. He's a great, great singer.
Thank you.
And he does wonderful stuff with Frank Sinatra as well. So we're going to have some Frank Sinatra stuff tonight, and it's just it's going to be a great evening. I just want to remind everybody that, as always, the theme of this show is from I always say I stole it, but from Oh God, You Devils, the George Burns movie, which is Thank God. And so that's my lesson for tonight, Thank God. And I got to tell you, because of that, you've heard me talking for the past, last week or whatever it was, about I had a secret. And I was talking about how I had this revelation. I knew something was going to happen, and it did. And I knew all about it. So with that, right behind me on the wall, you're going to see a picture of... I'm driving my camera guy crazy. A picture of the group I was referring to, which is now Lenny Coco and the Chimes, and that's you can't see me. I'm there. So I'm the on the left. As you're looking at your left, that's Joe and Tacky with the darker mustache. Lenny Coco's in the front. I'm next to Lenny Coco, Dennis Gustaferri, and right alongside him is Charles Curie, or Chuck Curie. And we are now Lenny Coco and the Chimes. And if you have nothing to do, or even if you have something to do, stop what you're doing and get yourself over to Lancaster, PA. See how that segue is going to come in? To Lancaster, PA, Saturday. That's this Saturday, the 28th, where us, Lenny Coco and the Chimes, will be performing with several other great groups there at the American Music Theater in Lancaster, PA. And right next to that area in Lancaster, PA, we're going to be doing two shows there, incidentally, 2 o'clock and 7:30. So look it up on the internet, because you're on the internet now watching this show. So put that little box in the corner, look up the American Music Theater, and come on down. And while you're in Lancaster, PA, the gentleman right over here in front of me is Brian Gray, who is a returning comedian who is from PA. And you drove all the way down here through the snow and the cold and everything else because you love it here.
I do. I absolutely love it here. But the snow doesn't compare to the traffic. You gotta love New York.
Well, so just out of curiosity, so I know, how long did it take you to get here?
Just a shade under 4 hours.
All right, so that means I got to leave like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We have 11:30 sound check. So.
Good luck getting up that early.
Oh, I'll get up. I probably won't sleep before that. This is like a major first gig. It's an amazing thing. Matter of fact, we'll be back at the 21st of March. We'll be at Westbury Music Fair.
Excellent.
So now, enough about me, because it's all about me. What about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, man. I took a couple months off for the winter break. Got back into the swing of things. I have a gig lined up March 7th. I'll be in Manayunk, which is a section of Philadelphia, for those of you that don't know, at a comedy club called Manayuks. And then after that is March 7th at 8 p.m. You want to get there early. Pretty sure it's going to be a sellout.
Of course.
Other than that, I've been lining up gigs left and right, all up and down the East Coast. in the process of trying to do a tour cross country. I have 15 cities lined up that I trying to work on getting into. And then the other thing, I promised my buddy I'd do this. My buddy Ryan DeCurtis, he owns a company called D's Nuts. So when you're done looking at Dennis's American Music Hall in Lancaster, PA, go to buyournuts.com. It is a great site. 10% of all the nuts you buy go to prostate cancer and testicular cancer awareness. It is awesome. It helps save your nuts while you're buying our nuts.
It's funny, I thought you were going to say when you're done looking at so-and-so's, his nuts, and you said, go see Dennis, and then I was waiting for you to finish that line. I was hoping you weren't going to stop there.
Oh, yeah. And if you want, go to revdennisxxs.com, and you can see his nuts. No, I'm just kidding.
All
Too
right,
soon?
look, while we got you there, we also have somebody alongside of you. I want to bring him into the conversation as well. And like I said, he's returned to us before, and his name is Charlie Gange, and he's a hell of a singer. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Charlie Gange.
Thank you, Dennis.
I finally got, it took me 14 years to get your name right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't mess up this time. Good to be back.
It's great to have you back. I'm looking forward to hearing you do some singing. And
The few times I've been here, I always stayed away from the mainstream Sinatra stuff. I did some Nashville stuff. Then I did Johnny Mathis, and I did some Dean Martin. But tonight we'll get back to some of the stuff that I think more people will be familiar with. And we'll do that. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
yeah, this
I'm
is
here
terrific.
from Philadelphia. And,
Yeah, and you're from,
well, I'm not too far. I'm from the Rocky Point area, which is not too far.
all right, so I'm from Massapequa, North Massapequa, so we all came from long distances.
And,
This guy's building a
congratulations.
spider's nets over here, I'm sorry.
Congratulations, by the way. Lenny Coco and the
Well, I tell you what, hold that thought, we'll be right back to you. We're going to take a quick commercial break so we can get something squared away.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
Okay, we're back. We had to take care of something. We took care of it. So we're right in the middle of a discussion with you there, Charlie.
I was saying congratulations. I'm very impressed there, Mr. Lenny Coco and the Chimes. It should be.
I am so honored. I really am so honored.
And you got some big shows coming up. You got Pennsylvania. What else you got going on?
Westbury Music Fair on the 21st of March. 2 shows there. I don't have the dates. I don't have them in my head, but we're doing New Jersey, we're doing the Meadowlands, we're doing Florida, we're doing all over the place. And
Good for you.
it's a dream come true.
I know. I was going to say, God bless.
Dream
That's
come
great.
true.
That's great. I'm so happy for you.
Took me 50 years.
I know you would. That's something that, you know, that's, hey, but it happened.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. And I know you had that same feeling because you do a lot of big events.
Yes, I did a couple years ago. I had the pleasure of doing a benefit for Sandy, and that was nice. I got to be on stage with Jose Feliciano and people from Phantom of the Opera, which was really nice. It was a nice show.
Wow.
Got to meet Chaz Palminteri. A couple of New York Yankees were there. Chaz Palminteri did a show. They did the, I don't know if you know Center Stage. Michael Kay does a show called Center Stage on the Yes Network. Well, they did actually Center Stage on the. I was wondering what Chaz was going to do at the venue. He actually 2 chairs, and he told the story about the Bronx Tale.
Oh, wow.
And how he wrote it, and it was very interesting. I didn't know that part of it. And that was pretty cool. And I got to, who else? People from Phantom were there. It was a nice show. Very nice. Yeah, it was really good. Jose Feliciano did Feliz Navidad, and so that was exciting. Yeah.
Have you done some TV as well or anything like that?
No. Well, I'm doing TV now.
I mean, other than this, I mean, this is this is the
No,
pinnacle of.
I would love to do that. What my dream is to do, I do a lot of different vocal impersonations. I do, Sinatra, D. Martin, Nat Cole, Tony Bennett, Johnny Mathis, and I would like to put a big band together, and do that and bring to the table, Elton John.
As you know, I had an 11-piece band, and it's lovely and fun and great and a lot of work and a lot of sweat and a lot of tears and all that. That's probably how Blood, Sweat, and Tears got their name.
Right.
But it's also very hard because people are going more and more with DJs now and stuff, so it's very hard to get the pay and all that stuff.
Right.
But there's nothing, and no disrespect to DJs out there, everybody has their
I
place.
agree with you.
But to me, there is nothing better than a live band.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've
feel
done a
for
lot
the
of shows
musicians.
with tracks.
It's great.
We do
It's
a lot of
nothing like-
track stuff, and it's metered. You got to stay metered. But with a band, you
Right.
can.
Well, you feed
flow.
off each other,
Right,
right?
you
It's
flow.
and it's
And
absolutely.
it builds up a synergy where you have this synergy where it's like right there. It's like you're breathing for each other. It takes a while to get that,
Right.
but once you get it,
Absolutely.
so here I am back with a band again.
Good for you.
This is
That's
awesome.
great. That's great. And so, getting back to Brian, what kind of comedy? Let's go back to Brian.
he's not new.
Yeah, no, is that okay?
No, it's
Is that
fine.
okay?
It's all good, yeah.
So let me tell you something. Why? Because I'm very interested in comedy. I mean, I don't do comedy, obviously, I sing, but I think it's to get up and stand up in front of people. I think it's incredible to do that. And who inspired you? Do you have any favorites?
Believe it or not, I don't watch a lot of comedy.
Okay.
I know it sounds I know it sounds crazy.
He's a comedian. He doesn't
Yeah.
watch any comedy.
I try not to watch other comics just because I don't want to hear something monkey hear monkey do type thing, and so
You just said you have a whole bunch of venues you're doing.
oh yeah, I go all around. I was here in October. Since then, I've had probably about 10 or 15 gigs.
All because of this show.
I know. I can't help it. Rev Dennis put me on the map. Granted, it was
Oh
the
wait, I
map of
can't let
Long
you get away
Island.
with that. There had to be you had to get involved in comedy with something had to inspire you. You had to like somebody. It was Seinfeld
So,
or you know.
my grandmother
Really?
always said that I'd be a comedian, and we called her Paul Baby, and her name was Pauline, and you know, it was like the '70s, so everybody was like, "Hey, baby," so it was Paul Baby, and anyway, she always said I'd be a comedian, and sure enough, much to my parents' chagrin, hi mom, hi dad, I'm doing it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great. That's a great story.
yeah.
So are most of your gigs in Pennsylvania, or?
A lot of them are. Sometimes I cross the river into New Jersey. Right now, I'm trying to branch out, build a more of a fan base, if you will, and go cross country, just see what the world, you know, the country has to offer.
Have you ever worked with an agency like
Not
Gateway
yet,
of
but
Comedy?
I'm willing to.
Well, well, they're in here though. They're in Long Island. But Gateway of Comedy, Mike Dillon, he has a thing, and Richard, the Richie. Oh, he's going to be mad at me. I can't think of his name now.
Sambora?
Walker, Rich Walker. He has also an agency that he has a college called Stand Up U.
Oh, okay.
So he teaches, and matter of fact, he has the Abbott and Costello thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were great.
This guy, Eric Hath.
Hmm.
They came on my show. They did the baseball thing. It was a riot. It
Oh,
was,
they did the whole
It was
Abbott and Costello. Oh, that's
phenomenal.
classic stuff.
Yeah.
you know.
That's classic.
So
Yeah. I'll have to hook up with Mike Dillon. I think I'm Facebook friends with him through a networking group. You know, my mentor in comedy, his name's Brad Trackman. He was just on I'm sorry, I messed up the name of the show. It is Byron Allen's comedy night on CBS. He was on there Tuesday. It's kind of cool to see somebody I know on a main stage.
Great, yeah.
You know.
You know, speaking about internet shows, did you ever catch? Well, you probably didn't because you don't watch any comedy. But Jerry Seinfeld has an internet show called Comedians in Cars.
really, I was supposed to. Isn't he supposed to come back on regular TV?
I don't know if you ever get a chance to check this out. Comedians in Cars. He takes different comedians like Larry David, and he took Dice Clay and different people, Don Rickles, and he takes these people. He pulls up in a car which he thinks fits their character, and they just go for coffee. It's like a show really about nothing, but they just in the dialogue between it. I think it's brilliant. It's really very, very funny.
Wow.
So I think I love stuff like that. Curb Your Enthusiasm was another one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you ever got to see a couple of those episodes, the situation comedies and stuff like that. I think it's
I'm
fascinating.
kind of curious what's going to happen now. And I don't want to get into politics or
Right.
anything, but now that the government is going to regulate the internet, they just
Yeah,
passed
what's
that.
going on with that?
I don't know, but it's kind of scary to me
Right,
that
I hear you.
they're going to slow down the speed. So if things start screwing up, it's because they're not going to give you high bandwidth or something like that.
Oh,
They're
really?
really going to take over. It's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Just another, and I don't want to get into politics, but it's one thing the government,
Right. Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs do things, and
And it's becoming a very big thing, the internet stuff. And
it's
really,
scary.
Yeah.
But anyway, I tell you what, let's hang in there for a minute. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to do a song to start the show off, and then I'm going to introduce our wonderful comedian. He's a very funny man. So with that, we'll be right back after these words. Don't go away. Stick around. Right back.
do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia. And it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless. We're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia. And it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. Once again, it's ReneeMarieLanguageOfLove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
Okay, and we made it back here. And guess what? I'm going to start the show off because we have Frank Sinatra in the house tonight, courtesy of Charlie Gange. I want to start the show off a little bit with a little Frank Sinatra myself. So if my big band is out there, we will start this up for you right now with a little oldie, but a goodie. Ah, yes. Those fingers through my hair that slide come hither stare, that drives my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I'd never switch, 'cause there is no nicer witch than you. Hey. All right. yes, indeed me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I'd never switch. 'Cause there is no nicer witch than you. Than you. Than you. Than you. Yeah. All right, thank you very much, ladies home. You can all sit down now. It's okay. You can. Thanks a lot. You can stop cheering. It's okay. So with that, I'm going to introduce somebody to you. I'm going to do this really with the microphone. I'm going to do this a little slick here. But anyway, we're going to have Brian Gray come on right up, right after this second.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Welcome, welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you, thank you.
So I'm going to get off and let you get to busy.
Hey man, it's your world. I
All
just
right.
live in it.
All righty.
Hey gang, how are you? Hope everything is going well wherever you're watching. Before I begin, I'd just like to say I'm dedicating tonight's set to my wife. She has had a major milestone in her career this evening, and I'm super proud of her. Speaking of my wife, I get to travel with her from time to time for her work trips, and I guess that makes me a trophy husband. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm a trophy for last place. Yeah. Recently we went to Denver, Colorado, and I noticed some observations. First of all, Denver's the only city in the U.S. that you don't have to be in a plane to join the Mile High Club. Okay. Now they have a new meaning for the Mile High Club, you know, thanks to whatever that proposition was that passed. I can't remember because I smoked too much of it. And the other thing I noticed while I was out there was that the drivers are so bad, they are worse than a New Jersey Asian driver talking on their cell phone. It is horrible. When I got back, my friend and I started talking about our marriages, and he told me that he was thinking about looking for some strange, thinking about cheating on his wife. I said, that's weird, because whenever I get to contact my wife, it's always strange. You know, it usually means she's done something wrong, maybe bought a new expensive purse, or broke something of mine, or the worst case, she got another cat. Yeah, it's bad. And then he told me that he was thinking about changing jobs. That's when I realized he's having a midlife crisis. He's thinking about cheating on his wife, got a new car, and now he's talking about changing jobs. Awesome. I suggested to him that he should become a bartender. Think about it. Being a bartender is a lot like being back in college. You reek of alcohol, you stay up all night, you sleep in, you never go to class, just like college. As a matter of fact, the only difference is that when you're a bartender as an adult, the fraternities, instead of being named after Greek letters, are all named after animals. You got the moose, the elk, the zebra, I don't know, whatever lodge you have. Yeah, awesome. So, have you guys seen the new slogan for Bud Light, where it says, up for whatever? I've been doing comedy for a little while now, and I've seen a little interesting tidbits about Hollywood. But one of the things that I've noticed is that if Bill Cosby gives you a Bud Light, you really are up for whatever. Well, you see, you gotta put the roofie in the BUDLIGHT. Yeah! JELLO. Good times. Another thing is, Hollywood's award season just wrapped up, right? And I am convinced that the entertainment industry is very pompous. Because everybody has their awards. You know, cops have their piggies or whatever they're called, and then the lawyers have their bars or whatever they're called. Doctors have their ups, you know, medical mistakes, no. Anyway, Hollywood is the only one that broadcasts them on a major network when you're trying to watch something you really care about. Good times. It's like the State of the Union. Nobody pays attention to that either, right? Awesome. People tell me I look like Phillies legend John Kruk. Great, right? I look like a pro athlete who's fat, out of shape, and in the Mullet Hall of Fame. It's not even the worst part. Thankfully, I'm married now, because you have no idea how devastating it was when girls would tell me I looked like a guy with only one nut. Yeah. I ran into the Crucker in Philadelphia. He was doing his Sunday night baseball thing with Joe Morgan, and I couldn't seem to get his attention for a photo. So I started going, "Dad! Yo, Dad! Over here!" Next thing you know, Joe Morgan chimed in, "Hey, he kind of looks like you." Thought he was going to pass out on live TV. Speaking of my dad, so I recently found out my dad's favorite comedian is not yours truly. Don't worry, I know. I wasn't as shocked as you just were. He recently visited me, and he told me his favorite comedian is this gentleman named Sarge. So if you're out there, Sarge, watching, I'm coming for you. But Sarge is an African-American Jewish comedian. And I'm pretty sure that makes him bluish. Black Jewish? No? Too soon? Too soon? Okay. Gotcha. Anyway, so then I found out I'm not even my dad's second favorite comedian. That's Jerry Seinfeld. I thought it was because I'm only half Jewish. Yeah. What are you going to do? Womp womp. I recently also made another observation that you can tell a lot about a person by their name. For example, if they have a title like Doctor or Esquire or President, it usually means they have zeros in their bank account. Just not the zeros that we're talking about. You know. And then also if you have a name like Thadisha or Tawanda or Latina, most likely you're a really good speller. Anyway, that's my time, guys. I'm Brian Gray, lolbriangray.com. Thank you, Rev.
Thank you so much. Let me tell you something. You guys can't hear it because they're not mic'd, but the people in the studio are cracking up. The one working the sound, that's Janine. You can hear her out here cackling. I mean, it's funny to hear all this laughter. It's great. It's one. I wish there was a room full of a whole bunch of audience for you. It was really great. Nice.
You and me both.
All right, so, well, there's 20,000 watching you.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little quick break. We'll be back with some singing. All right, so don't go away.
$1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside. Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body,
I just wanted to love me.
but mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
Nos afecta a todos.
It affects us all.
모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
All right, we made it back.
We're back.
Yes, we're back after that little. I tell you, that's a funny guy. That's a funny
Very
guy.
funny.
My goodness.
Very funny.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want you to hear this guy. This guy's an amazing singer.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Charlie
Glad to
Gange.
be back. Thank you so much.
See you later.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit. If I need you, I just give you. I just give you. Here you go. I don't remember the songs I did, so. Antonio Carlo Jovi. Little Bossa Nova. Sinatra smoking the cigarette. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each one she passes goes. Oh, when she walks, it's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gentle that when she passes, each one she passes goes. Oh, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly, but each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes I smile, but she doesn't see. felt like we're doing a cocktail hour at this. Oh, but I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly, but each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall, tan, young, lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes I smile, but she doesn't see. Don't look at me. Oh, I love that stuff. Thank you, Antonio, Carla, Joe B. It was a great album. Thank you. We're over here. Madison Square Garden. The main event. Something like this. South side of Chicago, the baddest part of town. You go down there, you better just beware of a cat named Leroy Brown. Leroy, he's trouble, stands about 6'4". All the downtown ladies call him treetop lover. The studs, they call him sir. And he's bad, bad Leroy Brown. Meanest man in that whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Leroy, he's a gambler, likes them fancy clothes. He likes to wear that big fat diamond ring under everybody's nose. He got a custom Continental, an Eldorado too. He got a 32 gun and a pocket full of fun. You keep the razor in the shoe. Yeah, he's bad, bad Leroy Brown. Meanest man in that whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog on a jump on. Here we go. Watch out. Whoa, Friday, about a week ago, Leroy shooting dice, and at the edge of the bar sat a chick named Doris. Ooh, she sure looked nice. He cast his eyes upon her. The trouble soon began. Leroy Brown learned a lesson about messing with the wife of a jealous man. Yeah, he's bad, bad Leroy Brown. Meanest man in that whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Oh, he's bad, bad Leroy Brown. Meanest man in that whole damn town. Better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he was better than old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. 1974, thank you. Madison Square Garden, that was. You remember that show? You was the cop, you actually in the audience, weren't you? That's right. A lot of security for that show. I don't know what we're doing next, but I think maybe something from the Capitol years. Capitol years. What is this thing called love? This funny thing called Just who can solve its mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one wonderful day. But you took my love and you threw my love away. That's why I asked the Lord up in heaven above, what is this thing called love? I always like that song from the Cat Brothers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we got time. We keep it going. Okay. And I don't know what I'm doing next. It's kind of a surprise. Tommy Dorsey, this is. When he said to swing it, you got to swing it. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. Yes, I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, and everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is through, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. Tommy Dorsey Orchestra, back in the 40s. When he said you swing it, you got to swing it, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, and everything that's light and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. Yes, I will pick you in the early night, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon. I'll be looking, but I'll be seeing you. You swung it right there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, my friend. Huh? It's so good. You got so, it's so.
It's usually so slow, you know.
Yeah, so nice, basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very basic. count basic.
Count basic, right.
Listen, why don't you come up here, my comedian? You all know him as Brian Gray, B-R-I-A-N. How do you get a hold of you? Is your website or a phone number or anything like that?
Yes, it's lolbriangray.com. That's lolbriangray.com.
All right, and how about you?
We have Charles, and the last name is Gange, G-A-N-G-E. That's Charles, Gange.com. Okay?
This has been a great show.
Very
I wanna
nice,
Thank
very
you
nice
so
show.
much. I want to especially thank Tommy Marr, who's out there, who was killing himself on the cameras and everything like that, and Janine, who is cracking up in the control booth, Zerilli, and our new technician, our intern, Kathy.
She's a great laugh track, I
Cassie.
can tell you.
Cassie, our intern. This is wonderful. You're learning. You're doing really good. And she's been laughing right along, having a great time. So I want to thank everybody, and I want to say thanks again to you for staying around and hooking into this Madhouse TV, and telling all your friends, because we want it to grow and grow and grow and grow. And we're over 20,000 strong that I know of, that I can remember of. And we're all over the country, which is great. You know, one day...
That's like Flintstones, right?
Somebody told me that...
And growing.
Somebody told me there was like seven or eight different people in Japan, all this stuff. I said, get out of here. We got to...
Is that right? Yeah, well, it's all over the world,
There's
man.
soldiers.
That's great.
Isn't
Oh,
that
that's
awesome?
tremendous.
That's
tremendous.
awesome.
That's tremendous. It
But
really
we're
is.
all if you have internet, you're on the internet, you can watch it. 204 countries.
That's
I didn't know there was that many countries.
No, yeah, really, that's tremendous. That really is. The internet is an amazing thing.
But speaking about countries, this is where I get a chance to honor God and country. So I'd like you to stay here with me while I do just that. Thank you, Sam.
And thank you for having us, too. We
My pleasure. I get to do this song every show. God bless America. Land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies,
to the
oceans. Why would bless America, my home, sweet home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our prophets out there, to our first responders, to our police departments, our fire departments, to the soldiers out there defending our freedom, to the veterans who've been there and done that. I give you the greatest country in the world. Sing it out with me at home and here. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America. I love doing that.
That's nice.
God bless America. Our.
That's right.
Home.